Let's get you more breaking updates. The Indian actions have literally rattled Pakistan. Look at what Pakistan is doing. Pakistan has said it's putting all agreements on hold with India. That also means the all-important Simla agreement. This is what many are saying is Pakistan's tit-for-tat on the India Pact, and clearly when it comes to India's big diplomatic strike against Pakistan, it does not know what to do next. Let's get our colleague Vishnu, who's breaking that story, will help us also make more sense of this. Vishnu, what more do we know about what we've heard?
Well, Pakistan is, and this is tit-for-tat retaliation that is expected at this juncture. Why is it expected? Because India has taken some of the most coercive diplomatic action that we've ever taken against Pakistan. We've decided to hold the Indus Waters Treaty in suspension. We've told all Pakistani nationals that they're no longer welcome in this country. We've told all Indian nationals to come back from Pakistan. So, as you would expect, Pakistan has responded as well. And one of the key parts of their response, there are two which strike me as being significant. One which impacts any number of Indians looking to travel west. Airspace for Indian airlines over Pakistan has been shut down. Now, it's not the first time that's happening. It's happened in the past as well. Whenever there's been a conflict, it happened after Balakot, which basically means that Indians traveling to the west will have to take a slightly longer route. However, as significantly, perhaps even more significantly, Pakistan saying that all bilateral agreements between India and Pakistan have been held in abeyance. One of them, of course, is the Simla agreement. In many senses, the Simla agreement is the bedrock of relations between India and Pakistan. It was signed after the 1971 war, in which, following the creation of Bangladesh, the Simla agreement has various provisions, including the creation of the line of control. Therefore, there are questions which are being asked about the status of the line of control in the eyes of Pakistan, whether that still holds or not. But we're going to actually try and analyze that a little later. So Pakistan is responding in a tit-for-tat response. The escalation matrix is clearly going up. Where is this all headed? Are we headed for military strikes? There is past precedent, which is why one is using terms like military strikes. We've had surgical strikes. First up, we've had the Balakot attack. Secondly, and after an incident as vicious as this, are we headed in that direction? Again, it's easy for us to speculate. We've watched these developments for several decades, but I think we should limit ourselves at this juncture to saying that all options are open. That's the government line. That includes potentially the military option, and there is a ratcheting up of tensions between the two countries through fairly strident statements by both sides and clear moves diplomatically by India, and now some steps by Pakistan as well.
Yes, Vishnu, just allow me to, quote a little bit more of what we know of the agreement that mandates both nations to put an end to the conflicts and confrontation, to promote friendly and harmonious relationship. Further, the agreement, and we must tell our viewers, it also mandates that security forces from both India and Pakistan shall be withdrawn to their side of the international border. No party shall seek to change the status of the line of control unilaterally. So those are highlights, big operative points of the Simla agreement. If you just, Vishnu, look at the symbolism of this. What is Pakistan wanting to achieve by doing this?
Well, on the basis of Pakistan's statement, I would suggest it's not symbolism. They've gone ahead and done it. They are holding the Simla agreement, which was signed in 1972 between Indira Gandhi and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto in Simla on hold. What was the Simla agreement? The Simla agreement outlined principles for bilateral relations and conflict resolution. The Simla agreement, as a result of that, India agreed to the return of over 90,000 Pakistani prisoners of war who were captured by India when East Bengal was liberated and Bangladesh was formed. But very significantly, and this is the part that we need to look at, the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir was established. It replaced what was then known as the ceasefire line, with a commitment to respect it without unilateral changes. Now, obviously, the line of control between India and Pakistan has been threatened repeatedly. It gets threatened all the time when you have terrorists from Pakistan coming in. It gets threatened whenever there are cross-LOC exchanges, as we've seen any number of times over the last several decades. But if Pakistan turns around and says that we are holding the Simla agreement in abeyance, it essentially also means that the line of control, which was established replacing the ceasefire line, is no longer recognized by Pakistan. Now, that's one extreme version of that in terms of interpretation. I'm just putting out one possibility over there. We'll have to wait for clarity, and I can tell you that some of that clarity might actually emerge from a press conference of the External Affairs Ministry, which I believe should be starting within the next, possibly in the next 6 minutes at 5 p.m. or in the, shortly thereafter.
All right.